I was raised that when you make a mistake, you own up to it and make things right. So maybe that's why the mistaken deportation case of Kilmar Abrego Garcia rubs me a certain way.
Judge Zinnes granted the preliminary injunction and ordered that Kilmar Abrego Garcia be brought back to the United States by 11:59 p.m. on Monday.
Last week, his lawyers thought this whole thing was solved. But is the guy back home with his wife and 3 children? Absolutely not. The Trump administration admitted an administrative error in sending the Maryland man to an El Salvador prison last month, even though he has no criminal record. The Department of Justice, which had him arrested, now claimed its hands were tied since Abrego Garcia was no longer in U.S. custody. And his wife said, "What?"
This so-called administration error has destroyed my family's happiness. Kilmar, if you can hear me, I'm still fighting for you.
Garcia, who's 29, fled El Salvador years ago to escape gangs that once threatened to kidnap him and extort money from his parents. The Supreme Court has even weighed in, saying unanimously that the Trump administration needs to bring the guy home. But rather than follow the High Court's order to facilitate Garcia's release, the White House is playing a game of semantics.
It's the administration's responsibility to facilitate the return, not to effectuate the return.
So she is saying the Supreme Court wants the feds to make it easier for Abrego Garcia to be set free, not to actually make it happen? That absolutely does not make sense to me. We can debate if there should be an immigration crackdown, but is there any way to argue that someone wrongly snatched up should stay locked up? President Trump is now saying he would bring Abrego Garcia back if that's what the Supreme Court wants. The president of El Salvador will visit the White House next Monday, and it could be the perfect photo op to have Abrego Garcia right there with him as a free man. I wish I could be confident that that's how this is going to play out, but right now, am I sure about that? Absolutely not. And you can find all episodes of Absolutely Not on our website, cbsmiami.com.